Yeah, at the end of the day, these technologies are not built just for nothing. So it will really help us, and we want to maximize it. And as for this AI generated code, this will really help us to speed up. Kasi when it comes to innovation, we want to be the first, di ba, on shipping this kind of system. Kaya at the end of the day, without this or with this AI generated code, the thing is we want to ship out faster.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. So, ang interesting ng topic natin today is low code, no code, AI code. Who's building what now? And are developers being replaced or just evolving? So, one key main point or discussion is, ano ba yung biggest misconceptions about low code and no code platforms? What do you think, Charles?
Misconceptions? Ano ba?
Na parang sa mga AI, ano ba yung mga alam natin na AI low code, no code ngayon? From what I know is, for example, Cursor, Lovable, ano pa, yung mga ganong tools nag enable sa atin na mag-create ng mga quick prototypes na pagbigay ng prompt, yan, meron ng output.
I think biggest misconceptions, hindi lang sa mga IT pips, but even sa mga non-tech. I think uso doon yun, di ba? Lahat ng developers mapapalitan na doon ng AI.
Yeah.
And they're thinking na yung mga low-code, no-code platforms is yun yung like 100% magpapalit. No need na talaga ng developer. So I think yun yung biggest misconceptions kasi at the end of the day, need pa rin talaga natin ng developer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to agree on that because certainly when you said low code, no code, so these are still platforms on development, right? Whether hindi mo na kailangan ng masyadong hard coding,
Mhm.
you still developing something. And syempre, kaya ginawa itong mga platform na to is to speed up the process of building a software.
Mhm.
Kasi that is very important today, yung efficiency of us delivering the product. So, may mga certain use cases kasi na we don't need a bespoke solution just to create this functionality. This offering by low code, no code platforms is sufficient na para ma-build yung mga features na yon. And I think one misconception on these platforms is hindi siya scalable.
Mm.
Kasi di ba, when you talk about low code, no code, parang naisip natin is very limited siya.
Mhm.
Pero there are some platforms na kaya nilang scale up when it comes to user accessibility
Mhm.
and concurrent users. So kaya nila mag-scale up. Mhm.
And biggest misconception naman for me is parang kino-consider kasi nung iba na as replacement nga sa mga user yung mga ganitong tool. Pero for me, dapat we should treat these things as a tool, like as a tool lang and not as a threat.
Not as a replacement.
Yeah, kasi kasi hindi naman talaga nila mapapalitan yung tao. Parang mas mapapaganda pa nila yung performance kasi nga as Sir said na we should prioritize efficiency, like rather than writing the code manually. If sure ka naman na alam mo na like paulit-ulit mo na ginagawa, why not ask for help
Mhm.
para mas mapadali yung workflow mo?
Yeah, that's true. Isa din sa mga issues sa paggamit ng mga low-code, mga no-code AI code na mga platforms is yung pag-create nyo ng mga shadow apps. Yung parang daw mga apps na walang security, walang application, walang scalability, walang maintenance. So, the question is, can someone build a career using only these tools? So, what do you
Well, for me, yes.
Mhm.
There's in my organization right now, we have a competency for low code and no code, and there are a lots of clients on that capability alone.
Mhm.
So it means may market siya. So bakit may market doon? Kasi yun nga, these platforms are very easy to use,
Mhm.
and yun nga, yung sa mga some functionalities required by some business processes, hindi nila kailangan ng sobrang rigid na coding or solution. So they just need to have this some of a platform, for example, basic CMS, customer management system. You just need a list of your customers. So you can use these platforms, diba? And nowadays, there's a lot of people who wants to go on business. And since the advancement of technology, very vital yung role ng digitalization. And with these platforms, they will be able to supplement those demands na magkaroon ng application or ng system to supplement their business needs.
Ako, I believe, yes, merong career pero hindi as good as the traditional developers. If I'm not mistaken, low-code, no-code platforms, some examples, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Shopify, yung mga drag and drop applications, because low-code na siya, diba? Yung iba nga no-code talaga at all. Maybe you are a Shopify developer, Wix developer, yung mga nag-drop down na lang. Pero imagine yung market nun, yung demand for that hindi as big as kung ano yung meron sa traditional developer.
So software engineer.
Yeah, because say for example in a kung drag and drop yung application nyo and you're a developer for that, yung specific module need ang need na developer doon isa lang kasi mag-drag and drop lang. Pero pagdating sa traditional developer that will do it like yung front end and then yung back end, mas marami. So mas maraming demand pag ganun. So I think yung career, yes, meron, pero sa panahon ngayon hindi pa ganun ka sobrang laki for me as compared to traditional dev.
And same naman for me, yes, like magkakaroon ka talaga ng career by utilizing these things because isa sa misconception then with no code and low code is like madali lang siya. Especially coming from a perspective ng hindi pa natatry to. Like for me, best example ko dito is Tableau and other Power BI tools. I attended a DLSU workshop, like 1 week workshop siya. And yun yung final na lesson. And na-realize ko na parang hindi lang pala talaga siya drag and drop. Unlike, katulad na mention na Shopify and Wix. Na Shopify and Wix kasi medyo madali pa siya. Unlike sa Power BI tools na parang hindi mo siya magagawa without coding and basic fundamentals ng mathematics and statistics. So, I think magkakaroon ka pa rin ng career doon. Though, I agree nga ulit with Sir na parang hindi nga lang siya ganun as deep and as demand as the traditional coder.
Ngayon kasi one of the challenges ng mga platforms na to is integration with other applications.
Yep.
So, ngayon kasi very important na yung application natin or yung system natin can connect
with
to
other applications.
With other applications. So with these platforms, yun yung mga challenges like yung mga security or yung pagtawag ng mga APIs. Though some of the platforms can have a simple way of integrating. But syempre, if the requirement goes with complexity, doon tayo mahirapan when it comes to these platforms. But I know I'm excited to see what will be the advancement. So I know, syempre tayo nga, alam natin yung mga challenges na to. Syempre, yung mga nagde-develop ng platforms na to, they also know that. And I'm excited to see what will be the development that will come.
I agree.
Whitecloak Technologies is a custom software development company. They build mobile and web applications. They work with leading brands in banking and real estate. Visit their website at www.whitecloak.com to know more.
Yeah, I agree. So, parang rooting from my experience din, I attended, I think, a few months ago, para siyang meet-up, parang AI Vibe Hackathon na meet-up. Sa parang isang afternoon, we're gathered together, hindi lang kami developers, merong mga HR, merong mga marketers, marketing department, na parang sinabi sa amin ng organizer, think of a problem that you want to solve. And you are allowed to use any tools. And honestly, at the end of the day, surprised ako kasi lahat sila nakapag-deliver ng MVP nila. As in, working website, working AI prompts na nakakapag-generate ng ng output na desired based dun sa product na pinapresent nila. But then again, I agree na the issue here is yung maintainability, yung scalability, and security. Yes, we can build using low-code, no-code, AI code, mga MVP na parang idea, prototype, validate, meron na kagad tayo. Pero at the end of the day, how do we make these applications scalable? And as developers, I think all of us here aspiring or developers na, how should we react or how should we respond to the rise of AI-generated code?
Ako siguro improve mo talaga yung logic mo. Kasi it's either yung AI dapat ginagamit lang natin eh. The AI is already using us based dun sa mga data na binibigay natin.
True.
So nakikinabang siya doon. If we stop there, so the AI is using us. So we should use AI properly. So gamitin lang natin sila to help us. Pero ang problem kasi pag masyado tayo naging sobrang dependent sa AI. I believe lang mas bumababa yung logic natin kasi medyo off topic lang. Dati parang feeling ko ang galing ko mag-calculate like mentally. Nung naging developer ako, may computer na sa harap ko, tapos may calculator. Even 5 plus 5 kinakalko ko pa. So may mga ganung bagay na pag mas naging dependent ka na sa isang tool, minsan nawawala na yung logic.
Nawawala na yung critical thinking, yung mga ganun.
So I believe practice natin yun everyday. Yung logic i-increase pa.
Yeah. For me, I want to answer this on two perspective. First is coming as a seasoned developer. Kasi with this kind of advancement or changes, we cannot stop them.
Yeah.
So we have to really use it.
We
And
have to adapt.
for me right now, I can think of it like a companion. It becomes my job easier while I'm coding. And siguro, the other perspective is for the upcoming developers. Siyempre, mas pinadali na kasi yung trabaho nyo when it comes to the development. And I don't want to take away yung mga fundamentals. Kasi yun yung napapansin ko dun sa mga upcoming generation of developers na they overlook yung mga fundamentals, which is even though we have this kind of advancements in technology, it's still really important to have these foundations. And these kind of tools will really elevate on what you will do in terms of innovation and building a software.
I agree with sir na parang sa generation namin na parang mas mahirap yung case namin kasi nag-college ako, wala pang chat, tama ba? Senior high ata ako na-introduce yung ChatGPT. So, as someone na parang walang ChatGPT that time, nung dumating yung ChatGPT, parang for me, it was a cheat code eh. Like, imagine pasting a 5-page story, tas within seconds, may summary na kagad. So, I really, in-spam ko siya ng in-spam nung, ako. Then, nung magko-code na ako nung college, BSIT na ako, I realized na parang, ang pangit masanay na magi-start ka with the help of AI. Kasi parang nai-skip mo nga yung fundamentals. Like for example, sa HTML, like hindi mo alam kung ano important parts doon. Minsan pag pinag-code ka sa papel, makakalimutan mo na yung tag pala sa taas is important. Things like that. Kaya for me, dapat magkaroon ng balance between using it as a tool than using it like para gawin na lahat.
Yeah, true.
Kaya mas maganda talaga na parang nababalance mo siya. Ayun.
Parang for me, kung paano natin siya gamitin, para kang may classmate before nung college or high school na kukopyahan mo. I'm not saying na magandang kumopya, but for example, tatanungin mo ano yung sagot dito, then bibigay sa yung sagot. Magtanong ka kung bakit. Like,
kailangan mo pa rin i-validate.
Why is this the answer? So parang gano'n din kay ChatGPT. What is this? What is that? Pag binigyan ka, don't just copy it and paste. Ask him or ask it, why? Why is it the answer? Paano nangyari to? So, matututo ka doon, hindi yung copy-paste lang.
Dapat may balance yung prompting and learning sa pagko-code. Kasi minsan pag nag-code tayo, kinukuha na lang kagad yung syntax na binigay, hindi na natin binabasa explanation.
Kasama
Kaya,
comment.
Hindi na, minsan sinasama pa yung comment, minsan dinidisregard. Kaya for me, mahalaga din na binabasa natin yung explanation. Especially with DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Kaya medyo natutuwa ako gamitin yung DeepSeek kasi makikita mo doon yung thought process niya. Unlike sa ChatGPT na minsan, di ko gets paano yung gumagana. Pero sa DeepSeek kasi kasama yung explanation niya, like yung thinking process niya. Then sa other platform naman is recta syntax na kagad. And I think yung explanation is vital as someone na parang gumagamit nga ng tool na doon ko naiintindihan yung fundamentals kung bakit ito yung binigay niya and saan nanggagaling yung thought na yun. So, yan.
So I think yung ano lang is parang as a developer or as a no-coder, wala ka talagang background for development. Parang ang pinaka-core na lang is ready kang gamitin yung tool or mawala man yan or meron pa rin yan or mag-evolve man yan is alam mo yung fundamentals, you know which tools to use and alam mo rin kung ano yung complexity ng problem na sinosolve mo with or without those tools.
Yeah. At the end of the day, these technologies are not built just for nothing. So it will really help us, and we want to maximize it. And as for this AI generated code, this will really help us to speed up. Kasi when it comes to innovation, we want to be the first, diba, on shipping this kind of system. Kaya at the end of the day, without this or with this AI generated code, the thing is we want to ship out faster.